All right, Pisces, here we go. You got this is an energies update for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here, or if you watched my weekly reading and saw that you got the Three of Swords, the Kurt Cobain in Pain card in the Lightseer deck, well, then you're probably here for a reason, and you'll probably be glad you're here. I don't know, maybe. I don't know where the cards are going to go. It's a timeless reading. So whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. You did. I had a fairy tale weekly reading here, and you got the Three of Swords. Usually you're the one sign that gets the only good card, and this time, here in the week of the 13th through the 19th, you got the Three of Swords. But I felt the energy around that, and I didn't think it was bad. We're going to pull a reading on that. I'm going to give you an expanded reading on that card. I am. We're going to take that card, I'm going to focus on that card, and we're going to see why that card came out. In my pre-shuffle, I got Justice. All right? Now, this could be somebody getting a divorce. You know, someone, if your person's married and you're waiting for them to leave the person, they could be. I don't know. It's just one damn card. I'm getting a lot of different energies off of it. Maybe your person is Three of Swords because they realized they don't have their Pisces. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where we go. I said I'd do it for you. I said I'd help you out. And I am. I keep my word. I remember my word. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Pisces. All right. All right, let's cut the deck. Underneath the deck, we got the old Burger King. The Emperor. That's before I cut. So I'm sick of that card. I'm telling you what. But your connection, Pisces, is directly affected greatly by the Cancer-Leo axis thing. You are one of the major bleedovers in that, so it's not surprising I had the Emperor right there. It isn't. All right, let's see where we go. Final shuffle here. Why is that Three of Swords there for Pisces? Why is their person feeling that Kurt Cobain in pain? All right, bottom of the deck, got my final shuffle, Five of Swords. Five of Swords with that Three of Swords tells me, well, Five of Swords is about, it's sort of a, I guess I'll give you a phrase. It's, oh, dang it. I think I'm right. I think that Three of Swords and my initial instinct on it, I think your person is it's like, oh, dang it. It's like they now realize that they screwed up and they're trying to clamor to come back. I had it and I lost it. I guess I can just say, oh dang it, could have had a V8 kind of a thing. I don't know, let's see. This is the energy around your connection. This is how your person feels. This is how they feel about you. This is how the hidden energies, and this is the final outcome. All right, I'm going to clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top. I don't think we're going to extend this one because this is just a clarification reading. I might do an energies update later for you in the week that tells us a little more. But I just want to know why that Three of Swords was there. Why you got the only damn bad card in the weekly reading. Well, you usually get the good one. The Death card, they're just coming out for you, aren't they, Pisces? That's not a bad card here, though. With the Five of Swords at the bottom, this is, oh, dang it, upright. Five of Swords is somebody who's hoping you talk to them. They want to lay down arms. They want to let bygones be bygones. They're hoping for a victory. It might be a victory that they might not even deserve for some of you. I don't know. But right here, the energy around the connection right now is your person feels like it's dead, and they're hoping for a rebirth on it. They're hoping for a victory. That's what I'm getting. And they're doing it for their own. The problem with the Five of Swords in that it is a card of victory, but it's sort of like someone who goes around stealing swords from other people. You've heard people explain it that way before, and then claiming victory. They want victory with you, and that's probably why that Emperor came up on their terms, and they're not getting it on their terms, so that kind of thing like that. Like, they almost want the victory for selfish reasons, for them, so they feel better. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, anyway, let's see how they feel. Let's see where we go. That's what, oh my God, look what came back from the pre-shuffle. Justice. Ah, yeah. This person wants justice. This person looked in the mirror. They didn't like what they saw. They know they need to change. This is still a weekly energy reading. I'm pulling on the week. I'm pulling on that Three of Swords because it was the worst card in the weekly reading that I got. I didn't think it was bad when I pulled it in the weekly reading, and I still don't. I think your person wants victory with you, to phrase it simply. But I think they want it for kind of almost selfish reasons, to make themselves feel better. They looked in the mirror, they didn't like what they see. They're trying to balance their own karma here for something that they feel like they screwed up. That's what I'm getting. How do they feel in their emotions about you? This is about you specifically. King of Cups. They got a lot of love for you, but they're not sure if they should share it. They're not sure. Again, this is a weekly kind of reading here. This is a very rare thing for me. This isn't a regular energies update where, you know, it's whatever. This is pulling off that weekly card. So this is a very short time period. So they got a lot of love for you, but they're not sure if they should show it. They're worried about showing it. But they're also, because it's bookending the death card, they're also worried about, it's like, God, this is weird. It's like, I love you, Pisces, but I'm not sure I want to tell you everything. But I need to feel better because I feel bad about what happened. So if you could just forgive me and then I don't tell you how I feel. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's really weird. I can't wait to clarify this. I cannot wait to clarify this. What's the hidden energy read with this death card? Yeah, look at all these. Are you picking up a trend on this table? I'm going to show you right now. Is it just me? Did my camera lose its color? Or is everything on the table black and white? Right? There isn't. The only color on the table is the red beak here on this swan. Everything is black and white. That tells you what the energy is. That's what I'm feeling. Nine of Swords. This person's all up in their head. But it's selfish. It's selfish energy. It's this Five of Swords is the overall energy here. And that Emperor was there before the cut. And the Emperor is a selfish prick. The Emperor is what I call, for most signs, the Burger King. They gotta have it their way. Selfish, 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 selfish. Borderline narcissist. I'm not calling your person a narcissist. And I'm not saying that this isn't just a temporary thing. They could be feeling, that Three of Swords probably represents the fact this is a very emotional week because of the astrology. That Three of Swords in your weekly card, in my weekly card fold for the 13th through the 19th for you, is probably your person feeling in their feels. Feeling emotional this week. Okay? This week. Feeling down. This is a very short divining period here. And this is just where they're at. For selfish reasons, they want to try to make things right with you. This doesn't say what they want in the long term or about any spiritual journeys they're going through. It's a very concise message. This person's all up in their head because they know they've messed this thing up. They want a rebirth. But because I've got the King of Cups here, who is really, again, not unlike the Emperor, a very a wishy-washy, selfish, half a cup of love prick, quite frankly, they don't always tell you how they feel. They keep a lot of secrets on the emotional side. I just get with this, my anchor card, this Justice, that they looked in the mirror, they didn't like what they saw, they feel bad about themselves this week because they're emotional, because it's an emotional week, and they want to make themselves feel better, and they want to, I don't know, what's the final outcome? It's really hard to explain. Finally, we get some color here. The Empress. Red, though. It's all reds. It's all reds. The Empress is a wonderful card. It's red with this Justice card here. The Empress is motherly energy. It's birthing new things. It's abundance. It's got a little moon on it. There's a little bit of silent Bob there. Your person's staying quiet about it. It's red with the Justice card. Yeah, they see long term with you in the final outcome. But I'm just getting an air with this Five of Swords here. I'm getting an air of selfishness here, just in the short term for the week. Let's clarify. What's the Death card? This energy, the energies lately, right now, the energies are kicking up out there with these soul connections. It's like a storm, and they're very difficult to read. It's very tricky to read this stuff. To take the feelings and translate them into words. Why is this Death card here? Why is this Death card here? You got Two of Pentacles. They're trying to make a decision about whether to come in. It's wishy-washy. It's back and forth. Back and forth, trying to make a decision. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Nine of Cups. The reason they're trying to make a decision is because they know you're the wish fulfilled. They're trying to get a wish fulfilled. But I think in this case, in this short-term reading, the wish isn't necessarily you. The wish is that they feel better. I don't think they're having a good week emotionally. And I think they feel bad about how they treated you, or the fact that you're not in their life in general for whatever reason. And your story is very specific. You'll know what happened. And I think they just want to make themselves feel better. But if we get cards that say they're coming in, I'm not sure they're coming in for the right reasons in the short term, in this weekly clarifier of Kurt Cobain and pain, the Three of Swords from the weekly reading. Why is this Justice card here? Let me shuffle the deck real quick. See why this Justice card's here. We'll get some answers as we go through. The Hierophant. Yeah, they're having some kind of spiritual awakening. They are. I see it here with the Empress, and I see it here with the Hierophant. And Hierophant off Justice is someone, again, it's exactly what I said. It's just verifying what I said earlier. They looked in the mirror and they didn't like what they saw. Okay? And now this can also represent a long-term marriage. Okay? But I'm not seeing, there's nothing in the energy about that. I'm just telling you the card can also represent that. Your person might be married. In this card, the Justice card can be, depending on what's around it, can either represent marriage or divorce. But there's nothing in the energy here. All this would say is this person's married. That's all it would say, because it's around a good card. But there's nothing in the energy about a third party or leaving a third party. It is the most selfish reading I've pulled all day. It's all very narcissistic. And just to prove it to you, at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Queen of Wands, who is the most narcissistic, second only to the King of Wands on some level. But the Queen of Wands wears a mask. It's pretense. Very narcissistic. It's my celebrity card. You know, let you see what they want you to see. Hide the rest. Why's the Hierophant here? Queen of Cups. Yes, they love you. Yes, they do. But like I said about the Nine of Cups, whoops, sorry, I hit my microphone. Like I said about the Nine of Cups, they're trying to get a wish fulfilled, but I don't think that wish is you. I think that wish is they want to feel better, and they think if making things right with you, if you forgive them for something, it's in the energy. If you forgive them for something, then they'll feel better. And again, this is not a regular energies update, which are usually more long-term. This is just clarifying that Three of Swords from the weekly reading here on the 13th to the 19th. Right? Is that right? 13, 19, yeah. I think it's telling me the energy here, I know what the cards say, but I don't read cards, I read energy. The energy here with these three cards is telling me, God, I love myself. I wish I felt better because I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, and I don't like what I did to Pisces. So I could, again, the King, it's what I'm getting. This is a very deceptive card, the Five of Swords. It's not a, it's not one of those victory. It's a cheat victory. They say cheaters never prosper, right? Well, cheaters never prosper because, well, they're just fooling themselves. That's what's going on here. King of Cups, why is it here? I need more information. This is really tricky. Four of Cups. Yep, I'm right. I'm sorry, I'm right. I don't usually apologize in my readings for being right, but Pisces, I'm fucking sorry, I'm right. Four of Cups. They're completely apathetic this week for the feelings that they have for you. All the feelings are for themselves. Usually this is someone ignoring someone's cup of love, and the three cups are left, and that's what they're for. The three cups are themselves in this case, as I read the energy. They just want to. They might come in. I'm feeling it. I think we're going to see it here toward the end. I don't see any cards of forward movement yet, but we're not done. I think that they are. very self-focused this week, trying to make themselves feel better. They're down about something. I don't know. We'll keep pulling cards. Sorry about the vacuum in the background. Some asshole decided to vacuum in the middle of my reading. Why is this Nine of Swords here? As if I'm not having enough trouble trying to decipher this narcissistic energy here. Now I got a vacuum going. Hoover's here. All right. Why is this Nine of Swords here? Lovers, yeah. Okay. Yep, and I need one more card after it, and it's the Page of Cups. I told you they're going to come in. They're coming as a page. They're all up in their head with the Nine of Swords. I feel it in the energy. They're all up in their head, the Nine of Swords, pacing the kitchen 2 o'clock in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. Don't know what to do. Woe is me. They're having a rough week. I'm damn surprised the damn Three of Swords hasn't come out again. It doesn't need to. I've got it here with Death and the Nine of Swords. That's a rough week because this is a short-term pull. And they're making a choice. This is a card of choice. They definitely have feelings for you. But they're really just thinking of themselves right now, this week, with the Page of Cups here. They're coming in as a page. They might show up with a little apology, a little something, a little test message. They're stressed out about it. So I say might. It's bound by their free will. I mean, if they can get past all the thinking and overthinking and all of that, maybe. Let me go backward here because I skipped it, and I probably skipped it for a reason, so these 2 cards would come out in the proper position. Everything happens for a reason. I'm going to clarify this. Why is the Four of Cups there on the King of Cups? Why is that there? Queen of Pentacles. King and Queen of Pentacles. Completely apathetic. Crossing card, Six of Swords. I'm going to pull a crossing card on it because I wasn't sure what to say. I pulled that from the bottom. Yeah. This is a divine connection. I mean, it's a King and Queen of Cups. Or it's not the it's not the Queen of Cups. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Well, that makes sense. But this also makes sense here. Yeah. It's a very nurturing energy. I mean, they see you as someone who can make them feel better. The Queen of Pentacles is a nurturing energy. They're not willing to give you anything. The King of Cups is a wishy-washy half a cup of love. They're not willing. They're more focused on themselves right now. They want to make themselves feel better. They see you as nurturing. Look right here, nurturing. You know, that's your person, and you're the deer here. You know, you're the nuzzling kind of thing. They want someone to make them feel better. Six of Swords, on to calmer waters. Now, I realize if you're just reading cards, it could say a whole different thing. I'm giving you the energy here. I'm just telling you why that Three of Swords came up in your weekly reading. You got a person who's having a woe is me week. They're having, your person, I know from pulling your readings that your person is a very, what's the word? I mean, anxious kind of person. They're anxious about emotions and things like that. There's a little bit of self-importance here. I won't go as far as to call them a narcissist. They just want to make themselves feel better. And they might come in this week with that Three of Swords. I felt it in your weekly reading, and I think I told you that in the weekly reading. They might come in, and here it is. It's right here in the hidden energies. It's not in the final outcome, but it is a possibility right here. What you don't see coming is this person showing up with an apology or something, but and a small declaration of love. They need some nurturing. They need a hug. Okay, that's what's right here. They need a hug. But they don't want to talk about the past. They hope bygones can be bygones. They want a victory, but they want it on their Burger King terms. Because we did see that Emperor. And they just want to make themselves feel better. They feel bad about what happened in the past. But I don't think they're at the point this week where they're ready to talk about love and all that stuff. All right, I've been shuffling while I'm talking. Why is this Empress here? The most confusing. Yeah, there it is. Two of Cups. This person. In the final outcome, I think I know what's going to happen here, but I need the other card. Four of Wands. I freaking knew it. I know what's going to happen here. This is beautiful. You're going to be glad you stayed tuned. Okay, everything I just told you over here is true. Okay, they're having a woe is me week. They feel like shit, right? Feel like shit. Trying to make themselves feel better. Need a little nurturing. They know you're a very nurturing person. Of course you are. You're a water sign, right? And they know they treated you bad in the past, and they think apologizing to you will make them feel better. Balance out the karma. They looked in the mirror. They didn't like what they saw. Okay? They got a lot of love for themselves. They are on a bit of a spiritual journey. They want to get their 9 of Cups, their wish fulfilled, but their wish is just to feel better right now. But here's the hang up, the final outcome, which is read with these. This is a true mirror right here. It's like when they write, I mean, y'all know how a mirror works, right? Mirror reverses everything when you look into it. That's why they write the word ambulance backwards on the front of an ambulance, because you're going to be looking at it in your rearview mirror and it'll say ambulance. Otherwise, if they wrote ambulance, it would say whatever the hell ambulance says backwards, and you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And then you'd be staring in your mirror going, what the fuck is that behind me? And then you'd hit the truck in front of you, and you, rather ironically, would need an ambulance at that point, which is probably fortunate because there was one behind you. But you were working so hard trying to read what the hell it said. My point is, this is a mirror. What they're trying to do is just make themselves feel better. In the process of doing it, if they come in, and it's an if this week, with a little apology, their selfish reason for coming in to make themselves feel better ends up bringing you two together. Because there's so much power here. There's an Empress. That is, for me, one of the most powerful cards to get in a love reading, and it's in one of the most powerful positions it can go in. It's clarified by the 2 of Cups, 2 soulmates coming together, and the 4 of Wands representing a twin flame connection. Now, I'll tell you something, or a deep soul at the very least. And I'll tell you something about twin flame or deep soul connections. They all have a flash point. It's like a match when you strike it, right? It's a match, and it lights up. It flares up real quick. And then it slowly dwindles down and it burns down. The act of this person coming in selfishly to make themselves feel better lights that match, and it literally ignites the connection. So the opposite result, even though your person doesn't want to talk about, see, I know why I'm doing this reading now. Even though your person doesn't want to talk about the emotions, they're just coming in to feel better about how they treated you in the past and have you say that, all right, fine, I forgive you, kind of a thing like that, right? The act of doing that is enough to ignite this connection. Look at that. That tree is on fire. Look at that. It ignites the connection. And 2 soulmates end up coming together right here. 4 of Wands, a happy new beginning begins. So it is really weird. So let your person be selfish. Let your person, that three of Swords, that Kurt Cobain in pain that we got on the weekly reading, 13th to the 19th, was not bad after all. In fact, it could be a catalyst that actually brings you two together. Lighten that match. I call it the flashpoint of a connection. And it's very important. It's very important. It can happen multiple times. It can happen when you first meet. You miss. You know, the match goes out. And then you come together again, just like this. And that match flares up again. And this time, it looks like it catches. All right. So, if you do hear from your person this week, and it's an if, because it's in the hidden energies, the message from the universe. Right now, they're just pacing the kitchen trying to think about it. They're very stressed. And they're having trouble making the decision. You know. But they're looking for a hug. They want to feel better. It's selfish why they're coming in. They don't want to give you the full cup of love. They don't even want to talk about love. Just want you to forgive them for what happened. It's going to light the match. According to this, it lights it right up. That conversation takes off. Things twist down a winding road. Next thing you know, pants are off.